And now, the HELLCRAWLER. We're talking Uncanny Spider-Man #1 today on The Newest Mutants! Why is Nightcrawler wearing a Spider-Man suit? Hi, I'm Laz. I read comics so you don't have to. We answer this question today on The Newest Mutants. Before we start, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Now, let's get into it. Our story begins with two goons wearing stolen shocker tech. They're trying to make a getaway in a motorcycle with a sidecar. How quaint. Very clearly, we can see they've heisted a box labeled Human Organ, and they're being chased by a new Spider-Man. They decide to make a detour through a park thinking, hey, they can outrun a web slinger if they can't swing from buildings. Of course, they're not dealing with just any web slinger. It's the Uncanny Spider-Man, better known to you and me as Kurt Wagner, the Nightcrawler. With his renowned swashbuckling skills, he easily dispatches these organ thieves. And with the organs recovered, a group of people in the park approach him, thrilled to see a new Spider-Man in person. As the crowd gathers, one homeless woman stands out, perhaps mentally ill, asking, "Where's my baby?" Nightcrawler, or should I say, the Uncanny Spider-Man, begins to ask her a question when an alert goes off. And that alert? Well, it's a sentinel that has detected a mutant. It's coming for the group. Nightcrawler wants them to run when suddenly Nightcrawler gets a message in his head that says, "Relax, we got this." The sentinel then claims that there were no mutants detected, and it flies off. Nightcrawler asks where the woman went, and they refer to her as Sad Susie. They say she's obsessed with the X-Men treehouse, the former HQ of the X-Men. Nightcrawler takes the organs and then bamfs away. The group in the park refer to him as the HELLCRAWLER. Later that night, Nightcrawler and Spider-Man, Peter Parker, are having a conversation in a bell tower. You know, of course. And Nightcrawler is enjoying the street-level hero work, but Spider-Man wants to know how long he intends to hide in plain sight. Well, Nightcrawler wants to clear his name, and of course this is a reference to the time Nightcrawler turned into a horned monster. Kurt is adamant that it wasn't him, and he says, "Hey, I wasn't me." Spidey is like, "You're a good person, and I've got your back." And at the same time, the same voice that helped him out with the Sentinel is back in his head, and it's telling Kurt to talk to Peter. Tell him everything that happened about the mutants, about his past and turning into the Horned Devil, and to tell him he's so broken that he's getting advice from an invisible devil. We see that the invisible devil is an albino Banff demon. Kurt opts to keep it all to himself, and Spider-Man is then on his way. He does say he is doing what he's supposed to be doing, and that's helping one person at a time. We cut to an Orchis lab where the scientists are discussing what happened with the Sentinel patrol. All indications with this was that the Sentinel found Nightcrawler but didn't pursue. The scientists discuss Ultimatum X as well, while studying an unconscious Wolfsbane, aka Rain St. Clair. Ultimatum X is a decimation policy instituted by Orchis. For every mutant that is found and doesn't turn themselves in, 10 humans will die. One of the scientists, a bald one, applies some electricity to Rain, and she wakes up and begins to escape down the hallway. We find out that that scientist is one Adrian Toomes, better known as the Vulture. He dons a new Vulture outfit and quickly incapacitates Wolfsbane, calling himself now Director Vulture. Toomes admits that the Sentinel didn't pick up on Nightcrawler's X gene, so whose gene did it pick up on? Toomes suggests they do some outsourcing to find Nightcrawler. Back in the park, and much like a Ninja Turtle, Nightcrawler is eating pizza when he witnesses a man suspiciously dressed like the woman who was looking for her baby the other day. He's mugging a jogger with a knife. Don't worry though, the Uncanny Spider-Man is on the job, and with a swift kick, the mugger is out cold. The woman throws her arms around Nightcrawler to thank him and asks, "What else can you do with that tail?" Her necklace is beeping, and then she says it's a mutant alarm given to her by Orchis. Nightcrawler is a little tense, but then the mugger on the ground turns back into their real form. It's Mystique. and she's asking the same question, "Where's my baby?" Kurt grabs her and teleports them both out of there before it is too late. We then cut to a plane full of mercenaries on their way to New York's LaGuardia Airport. They're checking over the information on their quarry, Nightcrawler, but the real operative on this mission is revealed to be none other than the Silver Sable. And that's the book! And now, welcome to the part of the episode where I thank you for making it this far. And today I'm wondering, are you excited to see the Uncanny Spider-Man Nightcrawler square off against Spider-Man's Rogue Gallery? We already see Vulture and the Silver Sable, but what about some of the more notorious enemies? Carnage, Venom, Dr. Octopus, or even one of the Goblins. The Fall of X has made for some strange bedfellows in comic series as of late, and this is no exception. So let me know in the comments what you think. But now, back to the show. But first, let's give credit where credit is due. The direct edition cover right here was done by Tony Daniel and Sonia Obak. The variant cover, though, that I have was done by Lee Garbett, also the artist on this book. Let's look at it one more time. Our writer is C. Spurrier, and as I said, our artist is Lee Garbett. Matt Milla is our color artist, and our letterer is Joe Caramagna. And as always, Marvel's editor-in-chief, it's the Uncanny C.B. Cebulski. Okay, I have several takeaways on this issue. A lot of my questions about particular characters through the Fall of X arc were actually answered here, but I have new questions as well. We've discovered what has happened to Mystique. Last time we saw her, she had been thrown off a building from a great height, and it looked like she may have had some serious head trauma, and I think this has been confirmed based on her odd behavior. Additionally, she's only asking about her baby. Well, it's not a child. It's likely her wife, Destiny, that she's looking for, and we know where Destiny is. She's on another planet, I think, but, you know, she's not on Earth. Our next revelation is that Wolfsbane is a captive of Orchis and is being experimented on by Adrian Toomes, now known as Director Vulture. As we know, Orchis really knows how to find talent amongst upstanding citizens. That's why Vulture's working there. Vulture makes mention that he was put in charge of something called the Hound Program. So what is the Hound Program? Is Rain the Hound. Finally, we get our first look at the Silver Sable, ready to go after and hunt down Nightcrawler, aka the Uncanny Spider-Man, aka Kurt Wagner. A battle is coming. We all know it. Who will prevail? I mean, probably Nightcrawler, but you never know. And with those takeaways done, let's check out my favorite panels. My third favorite panel belongs to the Shock of Wolfsbane. Here we see the consequences of Vulture's experiment on Rain. It's super detailed, and she looks like she's in a lot of pain. I think this is a very well done piece. Please enjoy it. It looks cool. My next favorite panel, my second favorite panel, I guess, is the Uncanny Spider-Man with his magical astral cutlass. He looks pretty awesome and cuts an intimidating pose with it. I just like this image so much. It was really close to being my favorite panel, but here is my favorite panel. And that panel belongs to this panel of Director Vulture in his latest Vulture costume. I absolutely love the attention to detail. It's kind of scary looking, but this is my favorite panel in the entire book. Check it out. Enjoy it. It's good art. Okay, that's it. That's the show. As always, before I go, I like to show off a book from my collection, and this book today is Marvel Icons Nightcrawler #1, cover art by Massimiliano Frazzato. In this story, Nightcrawler has just completed seminary but has yet to take the vows, and he must make a choice between which path he wants to take, the priesthood or being a hero. Okay, folks, that's it. We're all done. I will see you next time when I cover Uncanny Avengers #2. This has been the Newest Mutants. Excelsior!